Okay, so we're back here. We're bringing in Nunez, and we're double switching with Blanco. So Anderson's coming out. So a double switch. This is a little bit more of it like a traditional double switch, and I can explain to you. I'll explain to you at the end of this why you would do certain things, but some people would already know this, I think. But if you're doing a National League replay and you're not 100% uh, knowledgeable about what a double switch involves and why you would do it, um, I will try to oblige and see if that works out. It sucks. So what happened? I got a phone call, and my family doesn't quite understand that when I get a phone call. Well, I'm trying to explain it, but when I'm using my phone to record these, and then when I get a phone call, it basically like flips it out and everything just goes haywire. But it's not the end of the world. But anyway, Worth is on third with nobody out, and they're going to bring in Nunez here to face him. Really stinks to have. I mean, I don't have anybody here to be able to tell me whether or not it's showing up or not. It would be nice to know, but well, here, okay, have somebody. If the person who is on the line here can comment, that would be great, and let me know that the video is coming through or not. Because sometimes when I do this, it messes it up to the point where I have to kind of like either restart my whole phone or restart the YouTube app, and I'm hoping that this is good. So if somebody can give me a little thumbs up or a you suck but I can see your picture, that'd be great. Anything along those lines would be helpful. So now that we've had a little bit of a chance here for kind of the everything to get going, again, we just had a double switch. Nunez in. Commercial break over. A family member needed a printer added to their laptop, and so I did that, but I had to get a phone call. So, Derek, is my picture showing? How many fingers do I have up? Is it the change up? Okay. All right. So I just wanted to be sure before I got going here. So we did do a double switch. Again, I will explain later why you might do that. A lot of people will know it, like I said, but three, yeah, hey. So Worth at third, nobody out. They're going to play infield in 5-2 Phillies, and oh boy, well, uh, no balk rating for Nunez. So Howard will just come up here and try to drive him home. 1-4 against a righty. Could this be home run number 50? It's not going to be an easy one. 1-4. That's not going to go. But that will be a sac fly to Frank Hoare, and in comes Worth for run number 6. So Howard with another RBI, and it's 6-2 with one out. Pat Burrell, 6-7 righty. And that's a fly ball to center for the out number 2. It stinks to have to do that. I ask a lot of my family, which I know I do, but batting from the left, that'll be a grounder to second X. That's Johnson 3. And an 11, he gets to it, E17, and at 12, he will make the play, and that will end the inning. So 4 runs, but everybody gets some free time in this world, and this is my free time, and I don't ask for no distractions, but distractions that completely, like, I come down and get me, tell me that you need help installing the printer, that's fine, but calling my phone makes my phone like I have to interrupt the broadcast and everything, so it's just a matter of, it's all right. Anyway, so Blanco taking over for Jurgens here in the 9-hole, 4-9 lefty, 1-6 single. And it's not going to be easy, and Blanco gets on. Blanco well, I'll tell you what. Got away with the one with Johnson, and he didn't end up scoring. We're with needing 4 runs. We're gonna let Prado hit away here and see if he can. Well, potential balk. Does Hap doesn't get a balk here, so we will. Now since they're holding Blanco on, we could hit and run with Prado. Let's hit and run with Prado here. It is righty lefty, but you know what? Yeah, he's like 270 average against lefties. Let's go ahead and hit and run. 5-9 righty, and that's going to work out. That'll be a single 2-star, unless it's a 1, then it'll be a double 3-star. So, Braves in business. First and third, nobody out. And Kelly Johnson. Phillies will play with the infield back, looking for a double play. 2-6, that's a single, and so 3 singles in a row are going to score. No. Going to score Blanco, and Prado will make his way to second and hold. That brings up the dangerous Chipper Jones. So right now, this is the tying run at the plate. He's batting from the right side, and Chipper 2-6. It's a fly ball to right. That'll be caught. And it's a B question mark, which means, according to my interpretation, you can't try and move Prado along, even though it would make sense. I think the rules say that it has to be a full-blown B, not a B question mark. So Brian McCann with first and second. 1 out. Prado, I think was he the one that was 3-1? Prado is, his second steal number is not very good, so I'm not going to try stealing third here. McCann, 5-9 lefty. That one is crushed, and it is out of here. That's a 3-run home run for Brian McCann, and the game is tied. So, the old normal home run on the 5-9, and McCann ties this ball game up at 6. So, 4 spot for the Phillies, 4 spot for the Bravos. So, still 1 out, and Hap is a 6-inning starter. They're going to try to let him get by here. 6-10 righty, fly ball to right. That's going to be out number 2 as Worth catches that. And now Casey Kochman, who took Hap deep in the 4th inning. 5-7 lefty fly ball to center will be caught, but big 3-run homer from Brian McCann, and resets this game. Some guys going in the bullpen. It'll be Chad Durbin, as they will most certainly bring in a pinch hitter for Hap here. So let me just double check here. Okay, Felice against Nunez. 4-7 righty. That is going to be a double to lead off. So that brings up Carlos Ruiz. I'm going to play with the corners in here, and he will swing away. Trying to keep him from bunting. 1-7. Well, that would be a liner to third unless it's a 1 through 7. It's a 19. That'll be a line out. And so now we're going to have the pitcher spot up, and the Phillies will give Matt Stairs a run out here at this point. And the Braves, let's see. They're going to counter. Yeah, they're going to stick with Nunez for now. So Runner at second, 1 out. Matt stares at the plate. 1-6. That is a single to left. Prado in left with a +2. And let's see, they weren't holding Feliz on, so that's 13, 14, 15. The Phillies will send him, and the Braves are going to allow him to score and throw into second to keep Stairs at first. So an RBI single for Stairs gives the Phillies back the lead at 7-6. So the Phillies will now have a pinch runner come in for let's see, who will they have for Stairs? Let's see, what was Stairs? 1-10. They bring in Greg Golson. He's going to have to be held on. So let's see if he can get a stolen base here. He needs a 3. Nope. So let's see. He's 20 and then 11. Nunez 0. McCann +1. With 1 out, no steal going to be tried here. So Rollins at the plate against Nunez. 6-9. Batting from the left, that's a strikeout. Let's see. 2 hits. He's a 2-second inning reliever. He's okay. That's a strikeout still. And now we will steal with Golson. So they're holding, let's see. So that's 4 off. That's 7, 8. 1-8. You know what? With Utley up, we're just going to not bother. We'd like to see Golson at least try a stolen base. But anyway, with 2 outs, going to send Utley up to the plate to swing away. And 2-3, grounder to short. That will end the inning as Infante throws to first. But they do get a run. One might argue that maybe the Braves should have thrown home. Of course, if Rollins or Utley gets a single, then it becomes a 2-run game because you're going to end up with somebody at second. So, yeah, Golson's not staying in the game. Okay. Happ is out. It's going to be Chad Durbin here in the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies got to get 4 innings from their bullpen in a 7-6 ball game, and Chad Durbin will be the first to try to accomplish that. Fortunately for him, he gets the bottom of the order. It'll be Jeff Francoeur to start. 5-11 against a righty. That's a fly ball to right. That's worth 2E3. If it's above about a 5, everything should be good. And it's 11, so yeah, and then it's just a matter of 13 on an E3. I think that should still be fine, and it is. Out number 1. So the pitcher spot. And against a righty, they will bring in, they're going to have Greg Norton pinch hit. This game's going to take a little bit of time because we've already kind of gotten into the pitchers, and there's going to be some jockeying. So Greg Norton against Durbin. Batting from the left, 6-12. Durbin 2E0. Anything above 2 will be fine. And a 20, he will make the play. The E0, no, oh boy, that's a high number, but an E0. And he makes the play, so Norton retired. And now Gregor Blanco. And he strikes out, so 1, 2, 3 for Durbin. Like I said before, kind of a good place for him to enter. And they may try to get a second inning out of him now. Nunez is out of the game. They will turn to Blaine Boyer. Hey, Al. So Boyer in the 7th, facing the heart of the lineup. It'll be Worth, Howard, and Burl. Jason Worth first against the righty. 2-4, and that's a single, not a ballpark. That's just a straight up single for Worth. Howard, he's still going to try to get a lead here. Boyer not great at holding runners on, so. And a 5, he doesn't get it, but let's see, 12 minus, this would be a 1-13. Nah, we're not going to steal with Howard. Could be a double play here, depending on what happens with Ryan Howard. 6-9 lefty, grounder to short. This is Infante again, 4E52. They're holding Worth with a lefty. That means it's going to be 5E52. 5 and an 11, and he's responsible for the hold. That's going to be a single. So that's a single with 2 base advance. So first and third, nobody out, and up comes Pat Burrell, who's already gone deep once. They're playing with the infield in here. Actually, we'll play with the corners in. They'll cut them off at home if they get one down the line. 5-9 against a righty, and that's a strikeout. So big out for Boyer. They're going to play with the infield. They're still going to play with the corners in here. Victorino not so likely at a double play grounder. 4-7, batting from the left. That's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be deep enough to be a sacrifice. In speeds Worth, and that will be an insurance run for the Phillies as 4-7 fly ball to center sacrifice, and that will make it 8-6. That brings up Pedro Feliz with 2 outs now, and Howard at first still. Against a righty, 4-3 fly ball to right. That's Francoeur 2E4, 2-7. He should get under that one. And then E4 and a 7. And that is the final out. So, but another run. They manage their way to one here. Victorino with the sacrifice fly. Phillies will stick with Durbin for now, and they're going to get Scott Iyer warming up in case they need him. Bottom of the 7th, it's 8-2 or 8-6 rather for the Phillies, and Martin Prado leading off against a righty. 6-2, draws a walk. Not the way you want to start it if you're the Phillies. And he doesn't get a 5, so he's going to stay put. It's going to be Kelly Johnson. Will Hitton. We're going to let him swing away against Durbin. 6-7. That's a grounder to second. Could be a double play ball. Utley. Let's see. Are they holding Prado? No. No star. So that means Utley 2E14. And a 1, it's a single 2-star. Oh, my word. No, a single 1-star, rather. Boy. And it's going to bring up Chipper, and they're going to go to the bullpen. It'll be Scott Iyer. Phillies take a lead, and they commence to start frittering it away. So Iyer coming in here in the 7th. Have a penchant for wanting to bring out Burrell for defense and trying to hold on, because you just never know when you're going to need more offense with the way the Phillies pitch here sometimes in their bullpen. Chipper Jones batting from the right now. 6-9. That's a strikeout. Oh my, that is a strikeout, man. That 6 column is ugly, but the 6-9 and above is tolerable. Of course, now you got Brian McCann with 2 on. We know what happened last time he was up with 2 on. So Scott Iyer trying to work out of a jam. Three, 4, good grief. 1-4 homer, 5-20 double. And that sucker is gone. Home run, Brian McCann. And nothing is easy for the Phillies. It's now 9-8 Braves. Infante with 1 out. That's a 2-6, and that's another hit. That's going to be a double. And Iyer now in Iyer on fire at the moment, as far as like burning up. And there's a leaner, but it was a 6. We probably should just play it. So 4-5 against a lefty. That's a strikeout. Out number 2 in Jeff Francoeur. 6-8 against a righty. Don't need a 4 here. Don't need a 3. Don't need a... Oh, and it's a 3. Single, 1 star. And the Dice have just decided to put a big mark here in this game. And I might as well bring in the everybody's favorite batting way over his average guy, Escobar. Pinch hitting in the 7th inning. And let's see, Iyer 1. Yeah, after that one, we're going to have to go to the bullpen. It'll be I don't know. I guess Condrey now. Well, yeah, we're going to have to double switch this guy here. So another double switch. We're going to go ahead and put Condrey in Feliz's spot. And Dobbs is going to go in to that 9 hole, playing third base. So we got to make that adjustment. So Condrey in, Dobbs will come into play third. So, yeah. And Boyer now is now out of the game, and they're going to go to bring in get Jorge Julio warming up, I think, at this point. And he's not too bad. He pitched in a different game, but I mean, he's got one of these wacky computer-generated cards, but it's not as bad as it looks. So Escobar will face Condrey with 2 outs and first and third. Braves could wild pitch 1-2. 14. Braves could cut this game wide open if Escobar can continue his hot play. 4-5 righty. A grounder to short. Francoeur. Let's see. Does he have a star? I'm kind of thinking no, and he doesn't. So it's still going to be 1 E8 for Rollins and a 1. They're not holding him, so he will get to it. He's going to get to it with 2 outs. And he will make the play. And if anybody wants to challenge that, they can find me. So, yeah. here we go. That is 3, 7, 8, 9 to 8 right now, going to the 8th inning. And it will be Jorge Julio coming in to pitch. The 8th, the Phillies are gonna make a pinch hit for Ruiz with Coast. A little better hitter, and it's going to be Julio. So 9 to 8. Coast at the plate, 5-7 righty. Single 1 to 10. 6. That'll be a leadoff single. And it brings up Greg Dobbs. Coast, not much of a runner. Tempted to start Coast here and hit and run with Dobbs, but let's go ahead and 1-8 is a strikeout. The one column was what we needed, but the 8 doesn't do the job. So Jimmy Rollins, a 1-8 would have worked well here, but 1 out. Jimmy Rollins, 6-6 against a lefty. That's a walk. That brings up Chase Utley. Can Chase Utley put a charge in there? Man, I'll tell you what, I'm tempted to bring in Gonzalez for the Braves right now. You really need one more out. But, well, they're going to do it. Julio is going to come out, and they're going to go to Mike Gonzalez. Might as well go to the lefty. And another double switch. So here's another condition where you would use a double switch. Oh, wait, no, you wouldn't. You're fine. The pitcher spot made the last out, so. All right, so first and second with 1 out, and Mike Gonzalez coming up to face Chase Utley. Big spot, and there's a 1. Mike Gonzalez, a 0 wild pitch rating, so just roll it out here. 3-4. How about a 3-4? How about it? A 5-8 against a lefty. That's a strikeout. That brings up Jason Worth. Well, and a potential passed ball. Need a 1 on McCann. Doesn't get it, so 2 outs, and first and second, Jason Worth at the plate. 5-4 righty. Fly ball to center field. That's not Josh Anderson. That is Gregor Blanco. He is a 2E3 rated center fielder, so got to avoid the 1s and the 2s here on the D20 roll if you're Atlanta. And it's a 5. So I think he will get to it. He does. It's an F2. And so now, as long as it's nothing real high, that's a 12. He'll catch it, and that will end the inning. So Gonzalez gets the job done. In the 8th, and let's see, the Phillies have to go back to the. Wait, no, they don't. We double switched with Dobbs, so Condrey can stay in. And he will pitch the 8th. Gregor Blanco leading off. 4-7 lefty. That's a single. He'll try to steal. I'm going to try to speed up here a little bit because time is running a little short. 6, yes, he gets it. -2. Wait, no, Coast is in, so that's a +2, -1. So +1, 17, -2, 1 to 15 chance, and he is thrown out. Caught stealing, so that'll be out number 1. Prado, 3-5. That's a fly ball to left, and it'll be caught by Burrell, still in the game. And Kelly Johnson, 3-7, strikes him out. And so we'll go to the top of the 9th with a score of 9-8. Braves on top. And Gonzalez already in the game. Again, that's why we would have double switched if, and I'll explain it a little more in a minute, but he's in here for this guy right now mostly, Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard changes game. Need a run. Here we go. 2-7, grounded to short, and Infante throws to first for out number 1. Pat Burrell, 5-9 would be awesome. 6-6 is a strikeout. That'll be out number 2. And now you've got Shane Victorino at the plate. 2 outs. Things are looking pretty bleak here for the fighting Phillies. And there is a 2-6. That is a 1-7 triple. And it's a 9. That'll be a double, so life. That's the tying run to second. And there is the pitcher spot. And let's double check. I want to make sure. I think Jenkins is going to pinch hit here. Jeff Jenkins coming in. Oh, wait, no. They're pulling him back. He started to write him in, but they're going to pull him back. And what are we going to do here? Man, I wish they had used Lou Marson in this game. Man, if they had used Lou Marson, boy, look at that. Right there's the tie ball game. And I would, you would use him in this situation if they used him. But against a lefty, it's going to be Bruntlett. And he did come in this game as a pinch runner, but we need to use him here as a pinch hitter. In the top of the ninth, they need a run. They need a single 2-star would tie this ball game. One column, 1-6, 1-5. That would be great, but we'll see what happens. So here we go. Eric Bruntlett, last chance for the Phillies. 5-8 against a righty, and he strikes him out. The ball game is over. The Braves pull it off. Win this one at home 9-8 as the Phillies bullpen can't get the job done. And that's a frustrating way to end it, but that's the way it goes. So, all right. But there'll be a game 3, so we'll see what happens. They're now a game behind the Braves. High stakes here as another rain delay. I don't know what you're talking about. Game's over. Game's over. Braves win 9-8. So, all right, the double switch. So, and sorry about the glasses. Again, my eye is, anyway. So anybody wondering about a double switch? So if you're unfamiliar with the National League, the pitcher hitting is one of those strategic points that you have to work around if you want to be an effective manager. The pitcher, generally speaking, represents an out when he comes to the plate. So when it comes right down to it, in the NL, you're reducing yourself to 8 hitters, unless you use strategy to help you out. And it's 5:15. I'm going to have to do this another time. But basically, that's the gist. Strategy to get yourself another hitter in the lineup and be able to shove that. It's kind of like mortgage. I heard. It's kind of like mortgaging, paying money down the road in order to get the house you want now. So you're going to pay a little bit more in interest And so basically what you're doing is you're kicking that pitcher down the road. And what you might be sacrificing is maybe a good hitter, like we did in that game with Chipper Jones. You might be sacrificing fielder. Thanks a lot, everybody. Rough ending to this game, but Phillies lose 9-8.